What's going on, you guys? It's Vlogmas day 8. I don't know if we're gonna top yesterday, but we'll keep trying. So, hopefully you guys have checked out yesterday's episode. That was probably one of my most entertaining days for vlogging content per se, but it was filled with highs and lows. Luckily it ended in a rewarding manner and we got the car back home. But if you haven't checked it out, go check out Vlogmas Day 8. It was a ton of fun in the end, and an adventure is always fun, so even though it's stressful in the moment. But yeah, it's day 8 now. I'm at work. It's been a busy day. I'm just walking over to get some lunch real quick. One of my guilty snack pleasures is like the cheap spicy chicken sandwiches that you find at like AM PMs and stuff like that. You get like 2 for $5, and I always run over there on days that I feel like grabbing a cheap little snack. So today's one of those days. I haven't done it in a while actually. So I'm gonna go grab some of those. I probably won't have much going on that I'll show you guys at work today, but when we get home, I think I wanted to add in today's vlog was project ideas. I had you guys vote on the community tab what you guys were thinking for a project as far as big projects for 2023. I will update you guys, but for now, next thing you'll see is probably me snacking on some chicken sandwiches. Catch you in a bit. Alright guys, it's only 4 o'clock, but it's getting dark already. Finally done with the work day. We had a hour-long meeting after I got done with my classes. So I am on the way home finally, and I will catch you guys once I'm over there. Alright guys, pulling up to my mother-in-law's house. My wife said they were over here, so we're gonna be chilling here for a little bit. Park the SUVs next to each other. I think we should definitely do a proper comparison video sometime during Vlogmas. What do you guys think? Definitely both great vehicles, but they have their bonuses and minuses, I guess, between the two of them. But man, they're both very good looking SUVs. Crazy to think like how old they are nowadays, but great SUVs. Alright guys, heading out of my mother-in-law's house, gonna head back home. I will catch you guys on my Mac screen to discuss the survey options for the question I posed on the community board the other day. So we'll get into that here in a second. Joining you guys from a screen. I wanted to go over the last part of the video to close it out for day 8 here. Kind of responding to the poll that I put up on the community board, if you guys saw it. Just big ideas for next year, since we're getting so close to the new year. What you guys would want to see, and kind of previewing some ideas that I've had to you guys and getting your feedback around it. What I put up on here is just a few ideas that I've been toying around with. Manual swapping a C63 has definitely been on my list of goals for a while now. I've just kind of been slowly looking out for if a deal will pop up on one that's worthwhile to swap. I have kind of been secretly collecting pieces for that, just in the chance that I do end up finding one. I think that would be a really cool project, and to have like the M113, M119, M156, I feel like that'd be the holy trinity of manual swaps. So definitely high on the list, but a big financial commitment unless I were to find a really good deal on a C63. The next one that could potentially be a really good budget project is an M273 swap W204. I've been gaining interest in the M273 as of late, just because it's kind of rumored to be stronger than what people initially thought, and it's actually being used over in Europe quite a bit for like turbo builds, and some people are saying that internally it's stronger than most of the M113s. At the beginning of learning about them, I wasn't really a big fan because of some of their faults, but looking at it now, and I think it's going to happen more and more as we get further along in them, I think they're actually a pretty good bang for the buck motor. You get a dual overhead cam V8, close to 400 horsepower, and if you do a little bit of work and a little bit of tuning to it, I think they could be a real fun V8 to have, and especially if you made it up with a 6-speed, you could definitely have some fun with that. M113 swapped W124 always has been in my mind, even when I was manual swapping the E420. You know, it was a big decision for me to split of like, do I manual swap the M119 or do I just throw in M113 that I already know? But I'm glad I did M119. I do love M119, and goes into the next thing is I would love to find a 5-liter M119 to swap into the E420. That could be a pretty cost-effective but valuable project to share with you guys, and reward for me to be able to have that would be super cool. So definitely high on my list also. And that one that I just kind of threw out there is curiosity's sake of what you guys would be interested in. It's actually leading the votes right now is just a turbo build. I've never had a turbo car. I've had 2 supercharged Mercedes, the 4 cylinders, and my old C230 compressors, but I've never had a turbo car. And I think it would be cool to either turbo one of the current fleet or find another project to turbo, or something that's already turboed. You know, there's always a possibility that we pick up something non-Mercedes, even though not really my first choice, to be honest, but I do love early cars, and that could be something that, you know, maybe would fit into that. But anyways, let me show you guys a few things of like just stuff that I've been searching around and things that I have saved. Some of them are already sold and stuff, but just start down the list and kind of give you guys some ideas. So I'm not gonna blocking up seller information, but here's just an example. This is overpriced in my opinion. I would, if it's a pre-facelift C63, I wouldn't want to spend more than like 10 to 15,000 to make it worthwhile for me. And I would preferably like to find a car that's had the head bolts done at least. If it hasn't been, it's not the biggest deal to me. Having had that experience now, I can do them. But it would be cool to get a car, especially if it was a post 2011, to where I didn't have to worry about that being an issue. I could just jump straight into the manual swap if the motor appears healthy and all of that. But if it's a pre-facelift car or pre-2011 with the head bolt issues, and any M156, you got to look out for cam adjusters, cam buckets, cam wear. So, you know, you take your risk where you can and just try to find the best example. But if I can find one in that 10 to 15 range that's worth buying, whether pre-facelift, post-facelift, I definitely go for it. And I've had a few narrow misses that you guys don't know about, but I was very close to picking one up a few months ago, but the seller kind of ghosted on me. So didn't end up happening, but yeah, that is on the radar for sure. We have a just generic 250 C250 right here. I just put this one up because this was a really good deal. It sold really fast. Actually, it's only posted like a day or two ago. Oh, a new posting, but I think 3 weeks ago there in Portland. But I saw another listing and it must have caught from the last listing. But yeah, this one sold. It's really nice spec though. It has a really nice interior, or just different interior for what you would see. And it's like, you know, one of the newer models, 2013. So this could be a really cool project. If I pick something up like this, I mean, you could go a bunch of different ways. I mean, I could just throw in a whole M113 drivetrain. I could throw in M273. Lots of different things that I could do with this one. But it's just about finding a really clean W204 that I would want to put, you know, an engine into. Kind of make a budget model C63, or what I would call, you know, the W204 C55 pretty much. Here is an example of that exact thing that's being sold over in Brooklyn right now. This is a 2010 that they swapped in an M273 and a 6-speed manual. They also threw in LSD differential and C63 seats, and I think there's some other stuff like E55 brakes or E550 brakes or something like that, front brakes. So this car is probably a blast, to be honest, and the price is a bit crazy to me, but you know, they did put a lot of work into it, and it's a shop, so I'm sure they're trying to make some profit off of it. But I think you could complete a project like this for, I mean, if you were really trying, I think 10 grand would be a feasible amount to get this all taken care of. Maybe 10 to 12 for sure. So that could be a really cool car, really fun car, and be cool to like pay homage to the C55 and the W204. They probably should have made a version like this, but they didn't want to take away from the C63, so makes sense. They've never had two V8 models in the C-Class besides the C43 and the C55 W202, but the C55 W202 is pretty rare, kind of special option. And of course there's other variants of the M113s for the C55, and yeah, but like production models hasn't really been a thing besides, you know, both being AMGs. So yeah, that being said, next thing, just talking more about that idea. Here's a S550 where I could, you know, take the whole drivetrain out of. This one I think had a bad trans issues at least. So these are things that I would try to negotiate down, you know, if you offer them. If it sits, it's been sitting for a long time, as you guys see, 12 weeks. You know, offer them $1,500 to $2,000. You get the whole drivetrain. You get some nice, you know, modern monoblock wheels, and then part out the rest of the car and pretty much recoup all your money, make some money, depending on how much you do, or just scrap it and get the metal money back pretty much. But you can take that drivetrain, find one of those cheap C-Classes like we talked about. You know, here's one for 6 grand. 2009 Sport C300. It'd be awesome to find one that, you know, a C300 manual already, but it's not the biggest deal. I have W204 pedals and everything, and all the rest of it is easy for me to piece together. So really the motor and the car is the biggest two pieces, but you know, something like this, I try to get it for even cheaper. But yeah, here is a really good deal. This one's still for sale, and I'm sure it's gonna be gone fast because you don't see these often, especially in this condition. But really clean S124 on some 17-inch monoblocks in the rare black on charcoal and black interior. Great example. Look at that. The center dash is cracked a little bit, but it looks in good shape. This would be a really cool car for me to M113 drivetrain swap, whether I went manual or automatic. Honestly, either one I'd be fine with for a wagon like this. It'd be super cool. Love these wagons. Love these wagons. So this would be a great M113 124 swap to go for. And here, just another option. This one, I'm sure this one is gone by now. I haven't contacted the seller, but only $600 for a pretty clean W124 shell. It was an E300D, so a diesel that they just ripped the motor out of. You could do all kinds of stuff with this. This is one where I could go either way. We could do a, you know, Honda swap, a K20, K24 turbo build, all kinds of stuff. M113 swap, M119 swap. M156 swap. That would be super cool, but expensive. But yeah, that would be a great chassis to pick up to just kind of have a free canvas type of build. If this thing's still around, I don't know how it is, because it's a great chassis, great platform to begin a project with, but it doesn't help that it's in Eastern Washington right now during winter. that will detract a lot of people over here on the western side of Washington. But yeah, next up, speaking of turbos, I just want to peep out, like, there's more and more turbo M113s popping up. This one I saw a while back. This is a drift team that runs M113 turbo in a Supra. There's another, I believe, drift team running a twin turbo M113 in an RX-8. That is a very clean setup. Looks very cool. Here's another look at that Supra. And then one that you guys should definitely check out on YouTube right now is Johan Muter, or JM Speed Shop. Super cool guy. We've talked back and forth a few times. He helped me a while back piece together everything I needed for putting the C55 brakes on the E420. So yeah, he's got a great channel. He's got like a V12 swap 190E, V12 swap 190E, bunch of different Mercedes projects, and he's got a ton of good reviews on, you know, that era, modern era, vintage era, Mercedes AMG builds. So really cool channel. Check him out if you guys haven't. Definitely one of my favorite Mercedes channels. But yeah, I'm just kind of spitballing with you guys right now. I wanted to put this in the video just to kind of get you guys on board with this, and I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your feedback, because we're in this together. You guys are just as much a part of this community that, you know, I've tried to build with this channel, and I want to hear from you guys for the project. So please put down below, if you're still at this point in the video, hopefully you are, put down below, you know, what you would want to see from me for 2023 bars, and you know, do you want me to do something crazy with one of the current fleet? Do you want me to try to find something else? One of these listed projects here, options. So yeah, I will look forward to hearing from you guys, but that's it. We're running out of time. It's already 6:50 p.m. right now. You guys are probably gonna see this video at like 10, because I still gotta edit it right now and get it out. But hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Vlogmas Day 8 in the books now. Vlogmas Day 9 coming up. Can't believe we're almost to 10 days. The most days I ever did in a row for daily uploads before this Vlogmas was, I think, like 4 days in a row, like last summer, 2 summers ago. So definitely pushing the boundary and challenging myself, and I appreciate you guys being along the journey with me, and hope you guys have been enjoying. So I will catch you on Vlogmas Day 9. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this channel, share the videos if you guys can. It helps out a lot, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.